Hello, chat. How's it going? So, I don't think many people would recognize that music I was playing, to be honest. But I've kind of run through a lot of the tracks I would play at the start of stream for this particular series. So I just figured, why not put on some music for the game that actually inspired what we've been working on over the last few streams. That was the main menu music for Dying Light 2. Switch over to the game. Also, hello Apples, who was very early, and Wapud Kappa. I hope I pronounced that right. If more music suggestions, if you so wish, I mean, feel free to suggest some. I'm always down to get a few new ones on there. So we've been working on this for a while now. We are very close to done. I mean, there is so few things that aren't completely done, interior and exterior. Recently, we got done the police station, doing all the different interior areas of this. Oh, I forgot the staircase is barricaded. There's another way in there. That's its own whole thing. I think it's finally time to do a little bit of work underground again. Because I've been talking about doing this garage area for a while. This parking garage underground. I think it's finally time to actually start descending into the earth. To start, let's just get a little bit of a slope going. Oh, we actually used that. So we need it below this. Actually, how tall did I make the above ground parking garage over here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. We could probably do 4.5. I think would be pretty good. So 4.5 below ground level would be what we want. YouTube is exactly roughly 0.97 seconds behind Twitch. Not as bad as it could be, to be honest. Not as bad as that one stream where it was really glitching out. So we want floor about right here, I think. Why don't we go one further down? So I have a little bit more room to make things look collapsed. So where do we actually want to go? We are a little bit limited in space. Just to remind myself my boundaries, why don't we bring this over here? And this over here. We are kind of locked into this area, but that should be plenty of room. We could make it loop around. So like right here, there's a wall, and then it goes down right here again. Do we like that? I don't know. Oh, actually, I have an idea. We could have kind of a loop shape, so it goes around the circle, and then we can have somewhere to go down as well. And then just have the way to go up, just kind of in the middle. And we are now to ground level. Well, I guess below ground level, but ground level for the parking garage. So this will be floor 1. We don't want to get too close to our sewer system, but pretty close. One thing that's nice is once we get a good layout figured out, we don't really have to worry about it too much since we can just do this similar layout on each floor. And I've been thinking about it, and since this one's a lot bigger than the surface one, which is 4 stories. Maybe I only need to go like 3 stories for this. So then we're also not going like too deep into the earth where it feels like a little bit too much. I do definitely want to connect it to maybe like some kind of maintenance hallway that goes to the subway, which that line is the subway right there. Then we've got the sewer main right here. Storm drain. A lot of little different things to connect to. Let's just fill this all in. Honestly, this is a lot of room to work with. We could put a lot of cars down here, or we could just put like none. But I think what I want to do for this is, since this is an apocalyptic city, if I were going to hide out somewhere from the apocalypse, I think a underground parking garage would be a pretty good choice. It's big. There's probably resources to scavenge from cars. And it's pretty defensible, since there's only really one way in and out. And it has access to a lot of other underground areas. So I think that's what I want to depict with this area. As if some survivors set up shop here and then eventually died out anyway. I also need to figure out how I want to go further down on each level, since I haven't exactly figured that out yet. I've only really thought through this specific zone. We're gonna need a lot of pillars as well. I need to make it look like it's nice and supported. Or maybe in a few areas it's not quite supported anymore and actually looks really worrying. Who knows, maybe someday this tower that's above it is gonna fall. Alright. That's a pretty good size. Oh, I didn't even notice that this is lower hanging. That's kind of annoying. We can work with it though. So why don't we get a nice wall material going? I'm thinking tough bricks, since that's what we use for most of the underground. Actually, why don't we do stone bricks, now that I think about it. It's a little bit cleaner than like the sewer or the subway, but lower areas are going to be just as bad. Let me just build this all the way up to the ceiling. This is why I left a little space right here. Just enough. Just enough to put this in. It's all coming together just as I've designed. And we can kind of just fade out that paint. There we are. I like the idea that maybe they painted like a, you know, a little bit of like a strip of paint around the whole like edge. Like that seems like a aesthetic that's usually in places like this, you know, maybe like they chose like red or something and like painted a strip along the wall. Except it's just really faded. Maybe in some places it's even just like not there anymore. Like when we get some of this and it's really faded. Maybe like there's a couple spots like here where it's just not even there anymore. Maybe I want to change the brick there for that. Maybe something at least like that. There we go. How about a different color on each floor? This one's red. Oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. This will be the red floor. I'm thinking next might be yellow. And then I don't know after that. Right. Now I need to think about parking spaces. So why don't we go and take some yellow planning grid. Just pop in some parking spaces. How long are cars in this? How long of a parking space do I need? Um, where's a full parking space? 8. Okay, 8 is quite a bit. That might be a little much to put right there. Okay, this might be a little harder than I was planning to fit all these in here, but we'll make it work. Can I break this at least? Yeah, I can. That's good. Oh, I can even get away with that. For now, let's just put in just solid red. I'll weather it a bit later. How many wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a little worrying since parking spaces that I've made in the past are 8 blocks as well. That is so little room. Okay, slightly smaller parking spaces, like slightly shorter parking spaces. Um, and then we should barely be able to fit in here. If I go right here. Oh, wait, this isn't going to work right here. This is going to be one of those loading zones, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do a little bit of that. And I can go right here. Maybe this guy's using tough bricks as weathering. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because I could probably get away with some stone bricks in the storm drain as well. So we can make this a loading zone by like doing this. Yeah. It is so close. Oh wait, I can go one more this way. I can squeeze this slightly closer to the wall. I'm going to be fighting for every inch in this place. Once I have the layout figured out, though, I can just use on every level, which will be nice. This first level is going to be tricky to figure out. Let's go down here. I don't think there can be one right here. I think I might just need to do it on the sides. Because that I can definitely fit. We could stop it there. And then that gives us a few slots. Why don't we actually remove this? We don't need it. And then change up this slightly. can always do a loading zone somewhere else. But I think I could fit another parking spot on here. I'm gonna need a lot of cars. So I actually had an idea for the cars. I might copy and paste a few. Because there's so many. It just doesn't make sense for me to build probably 20 to 30 different cars. It just the return on investment doesn't make any sense there. So I'm probably just going to take the cars from the other parking garage and then bring them down here, and then maybe pallet swap a few of them, that kind of stuff. So I add a few more to the list. Hey, thank you for the vote, Kaz1. Oops, I made this in the wrong place. More cars means more license plates. Oh, I know. I'm switching up the license plates on every car. Even if I copy and paste them, I'm not letting two cars get away with the same license plate. I may be being slightly lazy, you know, copy and pasting the already like 15 cars I built because I don't want to build 30 more. But I already did build 15 cars, and they all have unique license plates, so I'm not stopping that now. Oh, one further would be nice, but then it would mess up this wall. But it would give me parking spaces there. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Not, I can harvest one more slot. I can fit more cars in here. There's always room for more cars. Yes, there we go. So I think this is going to be a quite time-consuming build overall, compared to a lot of the other ones. Just since, while it is just a parking garage, and that's it, there's a lot of just details and stuff I want to add to it. I think it would be very cool to have an elevator between the floors for people to take up and down. I'm thinking I might try and connect it to this. Could be kind of cool because that is the other elevator. I could maybe even make an elevator shaft that goes up and down like the other building. I'm definitely not stalling to put on lip balm right now. I would never do that. I would never do that. Anyway, I'm suddenly gonna start moving again for no particular reason. So, how do I want to get down from here? I do need to go deeper into the earth. Because I don't think it would make sense to go right here. Let's see. So how high can I make this ceiling? We'd probably be going up to this height. That's not the block I meant, but that's fine. So 4.5. Okay, so it is exactly what I was saying earlier. Can we fit something? Oh, that's a little tight. I might be able to fit something under here. Maybe if I go like that, then the car would go around here and down. It's a very tight corner for this size of car, but like it's big enough that it looks possible. So that's fine. I have to take some artistic liberties to fit everything. Making cars a little bigger than they should be and roads maybe a little smaller. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that would be the floor right here. And I'm going to need night vision. There we go. Now it's infinite with no particle effects. So that's where we need to end up. Why don't I put down some pillars, actually? See, every parking garage I've seen has a pile of dust and gravel over in the corner. You could use that to disguise the wall. Yeah, that's another way I could make it look a little bit more reasonable. I'm gonna get to that in a bit, though. I gotta get the basics figured out first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like this is as low as I need to go. Like, this is at level with the metro. So I think that's fine. Let's go and put in all the walls. I think we want to put in the walls fully later, but I do want just like a wireframe so I know what I'm working with. Oh yeah, I have an announcement that's not actually an announcement. You'll see what I mean in a sec. I said a while ago on stream I was gonna try out for a voice acting thing. And I never clarified what, and I still can't. Good things are coming. That's all I can say. I have no idea when whatever it is gonna get announced. Say whatever it is, I know. But I'm not going. I cannot say anything about that because I actually didn't know how confidential this was before. So I probably shouldn't have said I was applying in the first place. Oops. So yeah, there's the follow up on that. That's all I can say. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I'll announce more when it's closer. All right, why don't we put in a new color? So maybe we could do orange and then yellow. Also, yeah, hi disco. Hello. Yeah, why don't we do orange and yellow as the new floors? So this will be the orange floor. This will be the yellow floor. Is Twitch chat not showing on stream? Uh-oh. Is it not? Oh. Neither chat is. Because the extension's not working. I usually use. Flip that on. How about now? Yep, there it is. Usually that just boots up automatically. It didn't today. Weird. Test message, please ignore. I would never. I would never ignore a message. In fact, actually, I have responded to every YouTube comment. Actually, I don't think I can say that. I think technically there has been a YouTube comment since I checked last. Oh, there's 2. I have responded to so many YouTube comments today, which has actually been great. I actually love responding to YouTube comments. I feel like how I said that makes it sound like a chore. I love doing that. Because most recent video making the roguelike did numbers for once. It's at 850 right now, still climbing. I think it's gotten me like 30. I think yeah, we're coming up on 30 subscribers. So 30 new people have joined, which is absolutely great. And we've finally beaten our competitor, Frogmare. I forgot I was competing with Frogmare. And then Frogmer's like, wow, I gotta start uploading videos now. You're gonna pass me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you just decided we're competing. I don't know if it counts as a competition if I'm not trying to compete, but we've destroyed Frogmare. We've obliterated Frogmare. Yeah, episode 3 got a lot more views than I thought it would, so I'm excited for you. Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, it's the only video Disco's in, so I think that's probably it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I thought out of the entire series that was gonna be the lowest viewership one of the entire series when I made it. I was barely getting through the explanations, putting numbing spray in my mouth just to like get through like talking with all the oil burns, which have luckily gotten a lot better since. Um, and there's just a bunch of other stuff that like made that one really hard. It's by far the longest to record. See, I found you a few hours ago because of episode 3, and I can't wait for episode 4. Oh, I'm so glad. That's awesome. I've been really enjoying making those. They've been super fun. But yeah, episode 3 is the one I've put the most time into. See, I may be wrong, but I believe you gained almost 100 subscribers in the last 2 months. I believe in 2 subscribers that will be true. If I remember right. Or maybe not 2 months. 3. 3's probably around where it will be. Because I know I had 70 something. Well, no, it was 50. It was 257 when I started doing Rain World stuff, and that was like when I started streaming like every day. That's actually kind of crazy. Yeah, I've been cooking up some fun stuff for the next roguelike episode. Fake Nether portal. No one actually noticed in the comments or on Discord when I posted it, but I posted a picture of a Nether portal and it's not real. It's a fake Nether portal. I've perfectly replicated what a Nether portal looks like. With well, maybe not perfectly. There's one thing I want to change visually because it looked cooler this way. But I did make a fake Nether portal block because I thought it would be kind of cool if it transitioned. It wasn't a real portal. No. I'm debating if I can show this. I don't think I can. Yeah, if I go into that world, there's a bunch of spoilers. And I need to save that for a video. But that Nether portal in the community post on Discord, the actual portal blocks, you might notice you cannot see through them to the other side. They are not real. They are a animated block that has no collision, so you just walk right through it. And that's how you're going to get to the new area. Which does kind of give away what the new area is, but I already said on stream one time it's a bastion kind of thing. So I actually haven't named it yet. And there's another feature, I don't know what video it's gonna be in, but I think it would be really cool if what's it called? There was like a title that appeared when you entered an area on screen. Just so you know what the area names are. It took me long enough. I was trying to figure out mod controls on mobile. I completely forgot to ban that guy, so thank you. I must be for that mimic room you talked about. I can't wait to be consumed. That isn't for that, luckily. Describe my message above severe delayed, yeah. Pretty much it's because if you stand in the nether portal, you can go to the nether, and there's no way I can stop a player from going to the nether if I give them a single normal portal block, and I know they will. So I had to just make a fake portal, which was actually really easy. It took me like 5 minutes. I just gave it like the properties where I can just turn it like back and forth like a furnace. So I can like turn it around on one axis, depending on how I place it. That usually works. I think episode 4 is just gonna be building the entirety of the next area. I don't know if I can get the bosses done in time for that episode though. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just wait longer and just make a longer episode and get it all in one. Who knows? I'm very much liking the vibe of the new area right now, though very little is done. I built like a couple rooms. It's definitely going to take more effort than the desert ruins. It's just a lot. Is a log is the basis for the fake portal horizontal portals. Unfortunately, I already made them and I used a furnace. Because how I make most of my creatures and stuff, I'm not a good coder. I'm just not. I feel like it would look like I am in some of these videos because I'm doing a bunch of like command block stuff and like adding things to the game. It's like, no, I'm just not at all. I mainly use the block bench entity and block and item wizard because it's really easy to use and I can just do the art for it pretty much and then alter some parameters. And then I just go into the code and mess with stuff. Like the mummy is just the code of an evoker. I gave it like a bunch more health and I slapped in instead of evocation fangs, which are the little snappy mouth things that pop up, I just put in silverfish husk and actually one stayed evocation fang. The I mean the scorpions are cave spiders. I think that was pretty clear. Just altered. I think their poison effect's a little stronger, if I remember right. They hit a little harder and they're a little tankier. And then there is the skeleton warrior, which is actually a ravager. Um, so that one's a little unexpected. All right, let's see if I can make this go down properly. Okay, it's looking good right now. I could just go this way. See, will the roguelike ever feature side rooms? I have an idea for how to do that, and it's been something I've been debating for a while is doing side rooms, because it's a whole new can of worms. But it would be really cool if there were side rooms. I did just I it is something I've considered. I have not committed to it though, since it's a little tricky to make work. See, what if there's a single room with this that was super rare? The pool with just a single squid in this area named Squonkus. I don't know how, really. I guess I do know how I could make a super rare room. I don't know if I want to do as many like specific like YouTube channel and Twitch memes though. Um, Mainly since I kind of hope people who don't even watch will end up playing it because I want to make it just free to whoever wants to play it. I think that'll be really fun. But the issue with that is like I don't want to like fill it full of too many references that just most people wouldn't get. I mean, I might add a few. We'll see. I'm actually surprised how well this turned out going around in a circle like this. So right now I'm thinking the entire bottom floor is going to be waterlogged for this build. So that might be fun. You know, it'll be a swimmable area. Oh, wait, actually, that might be an issue now that I think about it. I might need one more floor if I'm going to do that. But that's also a lot more work to add an entire another floor. I don't know if it actually would pay off, right? Because I think water level for this area at least is like right. Well, I nailed it. Right there. Make an entire freaking world themed room type. There's definitely some room types I haven't added yet that I was considering. Um, there's a chance each class may get its own special room type. Oh, that's something I didn't even talk about in any of the videos. Um, I explained it in a YouTube comment response, so like no one's ever gonna see that except the person I respond to probably. But each different class makes certain rooms more likely. I think Disco knows that because I might have told him when he was testing it. But that's like I just didn't say it in the video. I don't know why. Um, so that's a thing. That's a feature. I don't know if I actually I was gonna say I don't know if I talked about this. Yeah, it's the same topic. What am I talking about? Um, the Vanguard has a kind of funny debuff. Their special room that they get multiple times is I just shuffle in one of the mini boss rooms with the normal rooms for specifically the Vanguard. So hypothetically, the Vanguard can get a lot of mini bosses, which Vanguard actually benefits from killing mini bosses. So that's why. It was actually, I was going to do the same thing for Ascetic, but I thought I was already being cruel enough with blindness. I think the video right now I'm most excited for is when I go in and work on adding the class specific endings and some of like the voice acting stuff. Because I think it would be really cool if most of the bosses had actual voice acting for the character. And I'm currently working on getting music written. So I have no idea when that's going to be done. But those are two things. Like a lot of the audio stuff is just so far down the line. But it's at least starting. Because I just know it's going to take forever. So I'm just going to start it in the background and then I'll have it done eventually. Well, speaking on behind the scenes stuff, I said I was going to do a little bit of work off camera in Terraria since I really didn't want to organize all my chests on camera. So I went in today and just did that. So that'll be nice. See, out of Fool class for True Masochist, no loot rooms beside pre-boss prep and healing. I'm not gonna actually add any more classes, I don't think, after the ones that are in the game. Maybe like a secret class I've considered. But if I add a secret class, I'm not putting that in the video because I think that's funnier. Um, so who knows if that'll be a thing. Wait, what? Did I mess up here? Oh, there's not. Yeah, it's one lower. There we go. Yeah, I was trying to get all the stuff for Terraria figured out off camera, and the stupid Blood Moon just really threw things out of order for a while. Because of course I get a Blood Moon just while trying to like work on chests. It was a pain. I'd love to help with sound design because I love making sound effects. I might need some help on that one. I'll let you know. Because I've done some sound design stuff in the past, but I'm not that good at it. I am currently planning on voicing the mummy. I haven't perfected what I'm going to say yet. And I need some actual lines written and other stuff like that. I have someone to voice a boss that I haven't even talked about the area they're going to be in. I have so far planned ahead because I kind of have to. But I'll leave some of that up to, you know, I'll leave some of that for later because then the videos are better. If there's actually some like, oh wow, that's a cool thing that they just added instead of, oh yeah, that's what you said on a stream 8 months ago. Yeah. I love throwing an egg at a wall until I get feel for it's for sound design. Oh, there's a thing that I don't think has ever been heard on YouTube or Twitch, that I made sound design for. It ended up being the rarest creature, but I made a pack for a Minecraft server that added a bunch of new creatures, and I did sound design for every single creature. Well, all the legendary creatures in it. There was a Cyclops, there was a Wendigo, there was a like plant monster. Actually, the plant monster didn't have custom that. I just used some of the Minecraft ones for that. And there was a couple of them. Oh yeah, there was a Spectre who everyone hated because I made them spawn the Nether a little too much and they went through walls and did like half your health. It was maybe a little bit of a miscalculation on how tough that should be. Um, who knows? Maybe it might have been. But I remember two of those, or actually, I could explain all three of those. The wait, have I miscalculated this? That should be three gap. What? Wait, two there. Wait, what? No, that's not how far I want that. Why is it three on this? Oh, it's not even, obviously. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Of course, the Lich makes the Spectre way too buff. Gotta look out for the undead homies. Oh, so I don't know how many people know who this is. Uh, you can see Ver active on the Discord server occasionally. Uh, Kyra, Kyra Hammerstrom, the music artist and a member of Ace in the Roll. V, also I'm saying V, Ver and stuff. That's just the pronouns V goes by. But V did the voice. I brought Ver to my house, which that's one of the few people who actually knows where I live. And we like sat down and recorded a bunch of lines. So Kyra voiced the Spectre. I voiced the Cyclops and a Monster Hunter. In fact, the Monster Hunter is the other trader design I show in the other video. With the armor, the Illager with the armor. Who I was about to just steal the same design from, and then I switched up to use the Wandering Trader. And I remember doing the Wendigo sound effects because I want to go with the kind of dead deer monster. Because I just thought that, seemed a little cooler. That's my personal favorite Wendigo design. And I just wanted it to be really unnerving, so I went out and got a bunch of sticks and leaves, like dried sticks and leaves, and then recorded a bunch of like shuffling and snapping sounds, and I also soaked all of that in water and then did it as well to make some really just sickening sounds. Um, Ended up using that for that, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty fun. Though it took me so long. I remember it was like a day or two before that like pack needed to be done, and I'm sitting on my desk, like sitting at my chair with a bunch of leaves and twigs on my desk. I've got like my nice microphone just right next to these leaves. And like I'm spraying these leaves with water, so there's water getting everywhere, and there's leaves and there's sticks and they're all breaking, so they're just like there's bits of wood and leaf getting everywhere. And it's like completely dark outside already, and I know I need this done in like 2 days. That was an experience. This is such a small area. I think I need to do something about this. This isn't enough. What if I made the I made it shorter? I mean, what's a little bit more off of this parking spaces? How bad could it be? Oh, but I've gotta do the same on this side if I'm gonna do that. Let's go in here. Let's see. The only bad thing about sound design is you gotta squelch your hand in the green bin every time you need flesh sounds. Yeah. I mean, whenever I need just like bone cracking or flesh ripping sounds, I just kind of like you know, take one of just my victims from the basement and just kind of, take a limb or two and just kind of grind it up. It's pretty easy. See. Look, there'd be more room if the descent was on the side wall. Yeah. My issue with that is this one. Because if I have this one kind of needs to go down in the middle because of the area I have to work with. And then if I go down here and don't have this here, then it doesn't seem structurally supported. That's like my issue. Let's see. I love gargling where I'm making drowned noises. Can mimic a shulker pretty accurately. That's cool. I don't know if I can mimic many creatures properly from Minecraft. Maybe a villager. That's my best attempt at villager. Let's see. I think this will do. This isn't crazy, but it'll get the job done. Hmm. Yeah, that looked good. I don't know why I thought so much about it. It's just the exact same thing I've done on every other floor. I'm so excited to move on from this part. I don't like the planning phase of builds as much, to be honest. I really like detailing it. When it's a big build like this that's kind of the same over and over, it's definitely not my favorite part of things. But at the end of the day, it's gonna look good and it'll be fun and happy when I get there. And you just kind of gotta focus on that sometimes. The end product's gonna be real cool. So here's my idea right here. Why not make the lower floors bigger so you have more room? Because then I go outside the square. I've adhered to this square for absolutely no reason for so long. I can't bring myself to go across the square now. Except for one thing that I knew was going to be across the square the entire time. There is one thing that will be outside the square that was planned to be outside the square from the start, but everything else, I just can't bring myself to bring it outside the square. Actually, I just realized which side it's going to be outside the square on. It's this side. I could just move this wall back and then everything's symmetrical. So, the one thing I do plan on putting outside the square is there's going to be an area designated right around here that's going to be the military quarantine zone, like edge for the city. I don't know exactly how that's going to look yet. I've been thinking about maybe putting like a hospital there, but that's a lot of work for just a small thing. I don't know how big the quarantine's going to be yet. I don't know. But I am going to go in this direction anyway, so actually this is maybe the one spot I can do this. Say, gosh, Mr. Archer, you're such a square for adhering to Bug City zoning laws. I just, there's a square. This is like when you like put like a circle of chalk around like a frog and it doesn't understand that it can just jump out. Not gonna lie, this hurts me to go outside the square even a little bit. But also I know I'm gonna put something above this later, so it's fine, because I'm gonna be going outside the square. Like for a new section, I'm gonna be expanding the square for that one thing. So it's fine. Here's the, I'm not even trying to convince you guys it's fine. I'm more trying to just convince myself that it's fine to go outside the square by 1 block. It's fine. It's fine. I can go outside the square. It kind of hurts my soul. When you draw a circle on the ground, let's see, around an ant using a pen that starts walking in circles. You just realized you could draw a red circle around your guitar? Well, I mean, yeah, you can draw a red circle around really anything. Yeah, it's some kind of like square hole that I've fallen into. Uh, I don't know about that. Yeah, it's personally along those lines. Build up. Let's get all of the new space added. Square hole mentioned. We need to expand the square hole. That's what we have to do. Where's the sea go? That's right. It goes in the square hole. Also, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, for those of you who've seen multiple streams, I have not said outside of just people suggesting names for the city, a name of a city, because I don't want to commit to any yet, because I haven't really decided on a good one yet. The Past Life series has been so fun to watch. Yeah, I've been watching through that as well. Man, I've been rooting for Gem, even though I have not been watching Gem. But I hope she wins. Because I'm rooting for that team, but the other two have already won. So, yeah. Hey, welcome to the stream, Nomad. Alright, there we go. We've expanded the garage by 1 block. And now it looks better. Because it's symmetrical. And everything looks better when it's symmetrical. Actually, that's not true. There's so many things that look better asymmetrical. What's the build for? Originally, I was just building it just to build it, since it's just fun and relaxing to do. I've decided I'm going to use it for a little hide and seek mini game at some point. So nothing really serious, just fun. Just kind of a relaxing project. Currently, we're working on making a underground parking garage that's going to be turned into a survival shelter. The government gave us 1 extra meter for this parking garage. Yeah. I will grant this park garage 1 extra meter outside of where everything else in the city's built for the sake of symmetry. Like, watching Pro lose 5 lives in a single episode hurt me so much. Oh, it was so sad to watch. That like hurt my soul. Hey, welcome to the stream, Arthur. I did finally have my, let's see, have my Minecraft streams in my recommended. I do not get streams recommended to me. Ever. I don't know why. Actually, wait, no, there's one. I remember because it was like, wow, that's a stream. I don't usually get those. I don't remember what it was, but it was probably something. It wasn't something I was interested in, though, unfortunately. Or I would have watched it. How's it going? Pretty good. We're just relaxing, making a few little builds in here. Stop watching Green's episode when she died for the 5th time. I haven't finished it because I didn't want to accept that happened. It's so sad. I just feel so bad for her because she's really good at the game. It just had 1 bad day, and that's all it took. It's just tragic. So I'm thinking, I'll say I might not even need pillars in here. One thing I would like to do though is I would like to make it so the elevator lines up. So that's the elevator on the inside of the building right here. So why don't we... How do I do this? I subscribed to your channel. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's honestly been really wonderful seeing everyone kind of finding out about some of the stuff I've been doing and enjoying the content. It's been really nice for the last little while. Responding to all the comments and stuff. I've been trying to make it so I don't have a single unresponded or hearted comment. Or, I guess, banned one. Will the elevator be a /TP command block? No, it's probably going to be this. That's actually why I came over here. So that's actually perfect you asked that right now. So this is what we did for this building, is the actual elevators down here. That's why you can't access this floor. There's like the top of the elevator. You can see all the different floors. Some of the doors are closed, some are opened. So I think what we're going to do is just this, and I think I'm going to switch out all the elevator doors in Boar Ink for this material. Since I just like this for elevator doors better because it has the seam right down the middle. The elevator will probably be stationary, yeah. The whole city is supposed to be out of power since it's multiple years after an apocalypse, pretty much. So I'm not gonna have any like functional lights or redstone or anything. I might actually be having to remove all the brewing stands pretty soon, since when you put on vibrant visuals, they glow. I don't like that. Hello, build lore, yeah. We gotta have the build lore. That's why there's all these like trees and vines just growing out of everywhere. It's just been kind of been overtaken, and there's like sinkholes in the street. No one's been fixing it up. Everyone's dead. Let's see. Like your stream, keep it up. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, what if you get into the bottom floor of the elevator through the parking garage? That might not work because the sewers are in the way. Let's see. If you get into the bottom floor of the elevator through the parking garage, it might not work if the sewers are in the way. I don't know why it wouldn't work. I don't know if it'll be the bottom floor. One thing I've been considering for this building is having it so the elevator's on like one of those floors right about there. So you can access the lower half, but then the elevator stops you, or you can climb out onto the elevator up there and then climb up further. Could be kind of interesting. See, what are you building? We're currently working on an underground parking garage. It's just this little area. Pretty much for this company, they need a little bit of underground parking. So type in the code and head down here. I feel like I really need a yawn. I'm not sure if my voice went slightly weird during that, but like I feel like I need a yawn. It's just not happening. It's like the same thing as like a sneeze. It just won't go. This is fun. Okay, and it's gone. Cool. So let's go all the way up here. I can just add a little bit on the back of this building to make sure the elevator actually has room. The parking spots look tight and long to anyone else. They are very tight. Um, very tight. I kind of just had to jam them in there. I need to fit these cars in here, like these funky looking cars. And they're kind of long. It's maybe not the best car in the world. I'm not good at vehicles, but I need to jam those in there. Okay. East Villa City. That's cool. Motorcycle parking trust. I actually haven't put a motorcycle in it yet. Oh, way out here. I did build an ambulance. You know, I'm really planning ahead here. As you can see, I'm planning all this out. By all this, I mean one ambulance. Took a long time. Oh, I can imagine. This has been taking forever. It's just an idea. It'd be cool if there's a building with a generator that could be temporarily turned on to power a building. We've actually talked about that. I think that would be cool. I just gotta figure out how I'd want to implement that, because that is a lot to add and integrate with everything else. I haven't fully committed to if I want to have any way to get power. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be just like a hide and seek game. And there's not going to really be a ton of our stuff. And then that also would bring into question, like, okay, so why don't the elevators work now? So yeah, it's kind of its own whole thing. But I might do that. Command block to place redstone blocks next to things that need power. Yeah, that is probably how I'd do it if I did. See, build a city with my old friend. It is really nice just sitting down to build with someone, especially if you're just really in sync with them. There's only really one person I've been in sync with enough to just like build a big project with. Because it's very... It's honestly really hard to just like build in sync with someone. I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating it because to the degree that I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, Disco probably knows who it is. Me and that person have built a lot of things, and Disco also knows this person. But got some crazy stuff. I love listening to the mouse click. Wait, is my mic not? Do I not have the sound suppression turned up as high as it usually is? Wait, what? Usually you can't hear that. That's so strange. I don't know why that is. Huh. You gonna make a server? Oh, that's super cool. Minigame or like SMP type thing? I've actually been running SMP for a long time. Not a lot of people like stream on it or anything, but that's fine. It's more just like for friends to mess around in. A very exclusive one though. See. SMP. I do love a good survival. Honestly, I didn't really get into creative for a while. I started just like building some stuff on stream one time in creative mode and then just kind of fell in love with it again. And those feel a lot. I'm a fan of videos that have mics with no noise suppression so you can hear AC in the background. You're a fan of that? I love the mouse cleaners. It's so clean, cute, satisfying. Okay, I'll leave it for now. Wait, no, I'm gonna face away before I do what I was about to do. Let's see. This is too much setup. Why am I putting this much setup into this? Mouse sounds. How about making a server full of cool data packs? Data packs are fun. I love doing like some minor modding stuff. Like I added a bunch of fish to my own survival server. Just because I want to. Not for any good reason, to be honest. Just because I wanted more fish. Those few seconds of hearing your AC that were wonderful. Yeah, I've got like a vent going and I've got a fan on the ceiling, just blasting me with air. It's honestly frigid right now, but I love it. My brain just flooded with happiness. No one can see it. My big smile on my face. I don't get ASMR things. I don't think I'll ever fully understand it. But what I do know is that it's good for people. It's good for people. You know, I actually wasn't gonna want to have the painted line inside the elevator, but I kind of like it. Love having a cold room because it's been so hot recently. I love just being in freezing cold. It's so nice. There is a just such like a peaceful feeling of just like when it's so freezing cold and then you just like sit out there and just slowly kind of get like accustomed to it. There's something so peaceful about that. But also it kind of sounds like serial killer behavior at the same time. Freezing cold temperatures in general are just so cozy. Yeah, because you can just wrap up in something warm. Yeah, good excuse to wear a hoodie. I barely ever wear hoodies, though I have a couple. I probably would if it was a good amount. Yeah, update the server right now. That's cool. Freezing cold plus cozy warm clothes is peak. Yeah, that's my setup right now. I've got just like a nice blanket over my lap. I've got so I usually have this like big piece of fabric over my lap, and not a blanket, just a big piece of fabric, because my cat likes to sit on it, and it's nice because it makes my armrest feel nicer to put my elbows on. I've got just over my shoulders like a shawl right now. It's great. Such a cozy stream. Nice and toasty warm despite the room around me being so cold. Subscribe to your channel because you reached 370. Yeah, that was huge. I told someone this morning, check this out. I finally hit 350. It is now, I believe, past 375. It's crazy. Yeah, 377 is the most recent count. It was 375 when I started stream. It's wild. Definitely the most follower, most subscribers I've gotten in a day. You're at 375 on the dot. If you refresh, it's up to 375 7. Or it might that might just be on my end because mine does update faster than the public one. But mine shows 377 right now, which is crazy to me. I was at 347 today. By far most subscribers I've ever gotten in a day. Which I am so very thankful for because that is so cool. Presuming, yeah, for once. Uh, slowly approaching my sub count. Grandeurs will be earned fairly because I suppose if I want to, I get 2K. It is gonna take me a while to get to 2K. I don't think 2K is this year. No way. I mean, who knows? But like, I could always get really lucky. I don't think it's gonna happen this year, to be completely honest. I don't think it's in the cards. Like zero, my Discord server is like 80 members. How have you managed that? That's cool, but like I'm really confused how you managed that. I have no idea how many people are on my Discord actually. 60, 65, I think. I don't know. It's very quick. Oh, it's for some Minecraft server mod pack. Okay, that makes sense though. All right, we've got it planned out. Maybe 25 subscribers. So I think I'm gonna go and start a cult. I have seen so many people who I like. There have been people I know who have started YouTube after me and have gotten them so faster. It's so much faster. It's crazy. But you know, I'll get there someday. I'll get there at my own pace. I'll get there bit by bit. There's no rush. Especially because I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to make a job out of it anyway. So it's not like I should be trying to like maximize profit or something. That's not in the cards, I don't think. But that's fine. It's fun. It's a hobby. I wish more people treat it like that. There are some of like the big ones, but then again, the people who actually get big nowadays aren't the ones who treat it like a fun hobby, unfortunately. The algorithm is giving you a hard time. Yeah, it be like that. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, yeah, Arthur, I did see the messages. I just, I just don't really care for Bill promoting stuff a little too heavily. Let's see. I need some other. Actually, no, I don't. I don't need other blocks yet. But yes, I do. Where are here? There. Hey, hi, Moth. Welcome to the stream. You have to come say hello before the bed. Before bed. Well, thanks for stopping by. I mean, I see a new profile picture for you right now. Oh, I should leave these actually until I do the roof because it's gonna be a pain to place the hay bales underneath or on top of me. Why don't we go around here, grab this, and that. I'll try and give as much headroom as I can. Yeah, I don't need it feeling too claustrophobic. Multiversal, my homie, let's see, homie pixel art. It's nice seeing our pixel artists in chat. I also do pixel art a lot. It's fun. Blood elevator? Oh, you know it. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to bed now. Good night. Well, thanks for stopping by, Moth. I appreciate it. I feel like all of my words in that sentence just turned into one amalgamation of just one single word. Yeah. I think you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. I mean, what I mean. Something along those lines. Let me go here. Oh. Because I don't need to go up that high, because this is going to be the ceiling level. Where does this come out if I just do it like this? Let's see. Wait, does that mean you might add sewers to this? I'm not gonna add any sewers. I don't really think I want to add any. Mainly because they already exist. Where's the door? The sewers. The lore accurate sewers that I did a little too much research to make sure they all made sense in how they should work in real life. Biblically accurate sewers. Uh, yeah, they are accurate. I've tried to keep up to the standard where I think if an engineer looked at them, they'd be like, yeah, that's about right. You know, not perfect, but I feel like I could get the that's about right from it. Thought they would be flooded too, not gonna lie. There are some sections that are fully flooded, just not all of it. I just had to section off those areas because otherwise it wouldn't make sense. I didn't want any water that was like actively flowing because they're all just kind of clogged up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. There we go. Yeah, they are environmentally unfriendly storm drains. I don't know why, but I keep expecting to see an entire abandoned dam somewhere. Yeah, that would be a cool addition, but also be as much work as for the entire city. Nice Minecraft skin. Thank you. Appreciate it. I made it myself. Got my floaty armor. I remember when I originally made it, I based off of Arthas from Warcraft. And I mean, most people are gonna think, oh, World of Warcraft. No, I mean Warcraft, not World of Warcraft. The game that came out in 2002. Wait, but your Minecraft skin too? That's cool. I really think it's fun to make your own Minecraft skin. It's so nice. At 20,000 channel points, we'll make Archer green. That could be a channel point reward. It'd be very easy to do. I think it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 button presses. I have a lot of colors. I have a few versions of the same skin that I may have made. There's so many. There's so many. There's so there's a few. A few, dude. Yeah. It's a few alternate palettes. I just need to be ready for whatever life throws at me. Like, what if I need to be specifically the exact color palette of white glazed terracotta? What then? Like, what if I need to blend into this? Then what do I do? Oh, well, I'm prepared because I have, it should be here, here, yeah. Like, what then? Like, what if I need that? It's important. How could I even live without it, to be honest? It's really a requirement for playing the game. That's amazing. Camouflage, yeah. They're changing skin every video for 5 years and never run out. I definitely could. There's so many versions. They're so easy to make. Crap. Oh no. Those of you who know what is on the other side of this know why this is an issue. I need to paint the wall, but on the other side of the wall, this is a storm drain. I have an idea. Okay. I have a way to fix this. Pile gravel or dirt in front of it to hide it. I was actually gonna do that, yeah. On this side. Because this is easier to hide. It'll still all connect up. Just there'll be a little dirt right here. It mustn't harm the storm drains, maybe a little. Wait, can I even fit a full like blockage in here? Yeah, so there we go with that. There we go. Just a little bit on top of it. Can you get stuck in the storm drain? No. There's no way in it right now. Well, there's only one. There's 2 storm drains you can get into, and you can't get stuck in either one of the 8. There's technically 8 storm drains in the city. I know where they are. Wait, actually, no, there's one miss. No, they're all here. Never mind. 1, 2. You can get into that one. Or wait, no. You can get into that one, sorry. There's the one we just altered, which is right here. There's that one, which you can get into. There's that one and that one. There should be 2 more over here. Oh, no, this is this place I forgot them and I need to add them later. Yeah, over here. Yeah, Pennywise hidden in one. We actually joked about that a while back. I'm probably not gonna put anything like that just because I gotta keep it like a little bit normal. Gotta keep the cohesion of the build. So I think after I put in all the walls, why don't we go grab a bunch of cars and slap them in here using structure blocks. Maybe we could grab like most of the other cars and then just like maybe put like one or two of each down here. Because this is a lot of parking. Also, I'm going to put some tents and stuff down here. Now you might be wondering, why do you need a tent in an underground area? Because of course you don't need protection from rain, you don't need protection from sun. So why do you need a tent? Well, it gets really cold underground. Like in a parking garage. Especially if there's water in it to conduct the heat. So a tent would keep you nice and warm down here. So that's why there's going to be tents. Makes sense. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I gotta keep all the lore making sense. What's the point of environmental storytelling if the story has plot holes? I'm just adding this so the light doesn't get in right now. Can you go inside the cars? Unfortunately, no. Unless you mean just like lore-wise, could you live inside a car? And yeah, I guess, yeah, you could. Yeah, so some of these blocks on the ceiling are slabs, so they're going to be letting light through. So this will just block it all out. I could make a connection. It actually could be kind of cute if someone dug a hole out of the jail cell and got down into the parking garage. That could be kind of fun as an alternate entrance. Yeah, but unfortunately, the cars are a little too small to get inside of. Also, I might need to expand the fake building right here. Because the whole point of making that was so you couldn't jump down on top of this. Because it was blocking it out. Except now it goes one block that way and a ton this way. I also could just put up barriers. Crash helicopter might be cool. People have recommended that a lot. I just don't know where I'd put it right now. It's more my issue. I think it would be really cool. If we could just figure out a good spot for it, I'd be very down to design one. Inside of a building. Oh, in the side of a building. There's a spot I maybe could make that happen. Let's see, maybe even the building above this area could make sense. We need the typical design for the elevator because I have a single design and I've just been using it the whole time. That works. Crash helicopter into the iconic building. It was trying to land and got shot by Big Rich. Big Richard's Big Tower is iconic. So iconic. It's so iconic that only one person noticed when I switched out the entire tower between streams. That one person was Apples, of course. Nothing gets past Apples. Okay. Let's just connect all of this together so I know the shape of the building. Never got changed. When? Yeah, no, it never changed. It was never that tower down there. Let's see. See, it was the same view count. That's 1-5. Honestly, the viewership for these streams has been going up. I think it was like 1 and 3. Actually, maybe still 5 because there's viewers on Twitch usually as well. I think there still are. Just more lurkers. Never changed. Just like you've never died in any video game ever. Exactly. It never changed. So, reading that 1.5 should be a crime. Current viewership is 3 out of 3. I'm on both platforms. That's fair. Yeah, that is one thing. Like some people just be on both, and I have no idea what the actual viewership is, but I don't actually have viewership up. 1/5. Did I read it 1.5? I don't even know what I said. If I said that just like a really weird way, oops. Anything to boost viewership. Yeah, I like have started just in my mind subtracting people off because I don't know how many people are actually here. Sometimes I just won't check it. I remember there was one stream where I didn't check the viewership the whole time. And we were playing Terraria. I was in the underworld fighting demons and I'm like in my head, like not out loud. This is so boring. No one's gonna watch this. This is like I need to figure out how to get this stream back on track like quickly so it's entertaining again. And then then someone in chat said, "Wow, there's 17 people watching." And it just clicked with me like, wait, I haven't checked the view count. And I clicked over and it went up to 18. And I'm like, oh, apparently me fighting demons is really entertaining. He said, oh, 1.5. Yeah, that was on YouTube alone, too. Terraria has been pulling some crazy viewership. I actually figured that was going to be one of the worst series for viewership. That's not demons, that's monsters. Oh no, they were demons. They were demons because I needed to spell demon scythe. I had no armor. I was just fighting demons in the underworld with no armor. It was great. Worked so great. Let's see. Alas, don't do Napstab look like that. Man, I remember that guy. We were staring at the ceiling with that dude. Guy's a homie. This is quite the elevator shaft. I'm sleep deprived, by the way. I used to be. And then I got better. I only ever played the demo. I'm planning on playing Deltarune at some point. I need to. It's time to abandon everything and become a Terraria stream. It's the only thing they want to watch. Yeah, so I try and do 3 series at once at any given time. Right now, this is the worst performing one. And honestly, it's performing enough that I'm happy with it. The other ones are just above what I'm happy with, so it's fine. Having the money limit is sleep deprived. It's almost 6 a.m. for you. 6 a.m.? Oh, that's rough. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just the only one like here that has a decent sleep schedule. I'm up at 8 a.m. every morning and heading to bed at like 11:30 every night. It's great. Very much recommend it. You slept till like 2 or 3. I was doing that for like a year. I just couldn't take it anymore. So we've got this all enclosed. I think it's time to grab some cars. Oh, actually, let's put in the ceilings. I didn't even finish this. I think I got distracted. I used to stream. I tried streaming in the mornings for a bit, and someone like there was a stream where literally no one was there because it was honestly a really just bad time for viewership, to be completely honest. I found out about 8 p.m. my time is ideal. Um, I was doing it at like 8:30 a.m., like exact opposite time. And there was a stream with no one was there the entire time. One person showed up and put a message in chat, and they're like, "Dude, are you high?" Because I sounded really tired. Um, so I guess they just thought I was like high or something, just playing Minecraft at like 8:30 a.m. on stream with no viewers. Should be a crazy morning. See, I try and get a decent sleep schedule. Recently cannot fall asleep. Ready to do something fun instead of laying in bed for 5 hours and then deciding what to go eat for breakfast. Yeah, that's fair. What time is it for you? It's only like 9:30 p.m. for me. Not very late. Like an hour and a half into stream. Usually I go for like 3.5. Yeah, I'm way out there in the west. The only thing I've ever said about my location is my time zone. So I can't give anything more than that. Somewhere out there. See, when I was 7, I would stay up till 2 a.m. reading The Hobbit. I like I guess that's better than like most things you could stay up till 2 a.m. doing. I'm mostly a morning person. I would get up earlier in the morning if other people were awake. But no one else is awake when I would wake up, so there's no point. I like hanging out with people and talking to people. 2 a.m. watching TV with my dad. I mean, 2 a.m. is, I guess, not that bad compared to most times. I did the most unhealthy thing to fix my sleep schedule when I actually need to fix it. I just stayed up for 36 hours straight. I just like slept in as long as I could one day and then stayed awake until my desired bedtime 2 days later. I did actually have a D&D session right that would end right as I would be trying like at my target time for going to sleep. And I remember I almost made it to the very end, and then I just during one puzzle, I was like halfway through figuring it out, and then just fell asleep in my chair with my webcam on. So they just kept solving the puzzle, and then I woke up like 10 minutes later, and they're like, "Oh, he's finally awake," and I didn't even know I fell asleep. But like clearly things had progressed, and the time was later. Yeah, mountain time is like right in all those mountain areas. Hey, you're finally awake. Yeah, that was about the vibe. Unfortunately, that's my last D&D session with that group for a while. Just due to personal issues with the that one of the people had. We'll probably resume at some point. I honestly love Dungeons and Dragons. It's such a fun game. It'd be fun to stream sometime. I've been thinking about trying to get some like streamers who have never played it before and do like a collaboration and DM a little game for them. Just like a really easy, basic one. Nothing too crazy, just some fun. Let's see. I would stay in bed all day if it wouldn't death me of starving. That's a way to put that. I hate eating. I wish I didn't have to. If I could just not eat or drink anymore for the rest of my life and have no issues from it, oh, I would absolutely take that. Some people like really enjoy eating. No, not me. I barely do anyway. I barely eat. Probably unhealthy, but you know, it works for me. I would give horrible like health advice because it just like works out for me what I do, and probably no, it wouldn't work for anyone else. D&D is amazing. I wish I played it more. I play D&D so much. I DM a lot because that's actually what I enjoy DMing more. There's a group I meet up with every week that I have for like 3 years. That I DM for. In fact, I started DMing not even a year into. Actually, I think I DM'd my first D&D thing under a month after starting to learn how to play. It was crazy. See, my ADHD makes me snack a lot. I wish I could eat less. Yeah, I could see that. See, in a group chat with a roleplay style game, that's fun. I like just a little bit of fantasy and whimsy, so it's really fun just to get a little, just be a little fun. See, I either forget to eat all day till 9 p.m. or gorge myself on 3 large platefuls of food without stopping. I barely eat. There's me and one of my friends have like a jokey conversation a lot because they eat a lot. They're much taller than me, bigger person than me. They quite enjoy food. I do not, which is really fun to just like talk to that person because they actually like uh they actually like know things about food and like care and all that stuff and like eating a lot of food. I don't. I would just not do it if I didn't have to. Yeah, they're significantly taller than me. Significantly. I mean, this implies you're like 5'11" or 5'9". You're very close. I'm only 5'8". Not that tall, not that short. Just kind of middle ground. It's a good height. I like being this tall. Despite being called short constantly. But that's fine. I'm fine being called short. I don't care. 6'1". Oof. I'm sorry to hear about the chronic back pain. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's like my go-to thing whenever people are talking about height. Don't worry about my spelling. It's fine. Alright. Let's put this car in a box. We'll call this car teal. Car. Car teal car. And I need to make this a little bit bigger. So we'll expand this by maybe, I think like 8 would do it. Oh, actually, we need 7 because I'm going to change the offset to 1. Then we make it thinner because it's only 3 blocks wide. Then we add 1 offset. Oh, we're boxing it in bit by bit. Bring up that. We bring down this. Car. See, according to the maths, Mr. Archer's height is around 4. I forgot I just want to do a YouTube comment with that. Someone asked how tall I was, and I just responded with like around 4. As if that was anything. I forgot I said that. I just say things sometimes and forget I do. That's how I live. Crap. We'll fix the leaves later. This needs to be a little longer. And a little taller. This one's gonna be red SUV. I need to write down all these names. There's teal car. Red SUV. I can actually just take them down one by one. Oh yeah, I forgot that that's a thing. It's fine. No one ever sees that. 3x3x7 car. Yeah, it is a long car. Oh, sorry, it's actually longer. I forgot about the headlights. Oh, I forgot about That was one long car. Let's see. Hey, I'm head out, guys. We'll see if a third MC stream shows up. Well, it depends on what time you're back, because there'll be a new MC stream over here eventually. But good luck in your hunt for more. Alright, let's save red SUV. So why don't we just take red SUV? And we'll take it away down here. That is the one spot I can't mine in. Oh, we mine in right here on each floor. And why don't we just put this right... Oh, I forgot how big this car is. Oh, it's so big. That's a huge car. Honestly, though, that's kind of fine. It can be, like, pulled out into the road a little bit. Car. We love car. You know, maybe we put one, like, right here. We load one right there. Make it make it with those obnoxious partners that parks horizontally. I could do that. I feel like that makes sense on the top floor. I'll add that to the top floor. I'll put one more like right over here of this car. Except mirror x-axis. Crap, I didn't think this through though. I need to put this here. It'll fit. Wait. That's the same way. Yeah, mirror. That's not the axis that should be mirrored on. That doesn't make it. Whatever. I can complain about it. Yeah, let's put an obnoxious Parker who just like maybe like right over here. I need to like rotate 90. There we go. I hate this person. Oh, I didn't realize it was bringing the leaves with it. We gotta fix that. That's gonna be there for every single one. Fine. It's a pretty easy fix. Now give them a ticket. Um, I actually could. Oh wait, no, this is a private parking lot. So they wouldn't be able to get a ticket here. They'd just get towed, I think. Yeah, the Boar Inc. people are so obnoxious. Okay, let's grab this car, which actually I didn't get the license plate of, so why don't we fix that? Right now. We want to do 0 on that. And extend this by 1. And now it contains the sign. Now we grab that, exact copy of it. You're the original Apple's. What? Why? Why do you need to clarify that? That's a little worrying that you need to clarify that. Just, you know, another just awful parking job over here. Like that's just on the line. That's how I park. Why don't we get... Oh, a lot of these cars are actually crushed. This one's fine. We could take this. I have to rotate this. License plates 1. We'll do it soon. So we need an offset of 1. That's 10. Offset of 0 on that. Send Z to, I think, 8. Oh, there's going to be leaves involved. That's fine. We can fix that. 3 tall. 3 wide. This is going to be car. White car. Oh, wait, no, we want load mode now. Alright, let's go put this one in here. A few copies of this. White cars are pretty common. Oh, I do need to rotate this. How do I feel about 90 degrees? Okay, that's that direction. And then why don't we flip Z? And just put like another one right here, because white standard cars are really common. It just seems why didn't it do the thing? You want me to flip X now? Sure. Why not just change how it works? Yeah, cool. Anyway. Put one over here. We're gonna want one up here. This is so much faster. It's just, we have so many cars. It just makes sense. What just happened? I just heard like a doorbell, but there was no doorbell. It's ethereal. I'm just going crazy. It's fine. Anyway. Let's put this in here. I think the Reaper might be coming for me, now that I think about it. Yeah, this one can be facing out. Let's go up here. Oh, that one's facing out. That's fine. A couple of them can be facing out. We'll actually put one right here that's not facing out. Oh wait, that's too close. What other cars do we want to grab? How about we grab the teal SUV? And that one's unique. One of the cars tried to pull out to evacuate and crash into the ramp because it's too close. I could do that. I could also make 2 cars that hit each other on the way out. Just a lot of people panicking. Okay, sorry to readjust some stuff there. That fabric just falling off my shoulders. Yeah, we could get the red car involved. Yeah, okay, there we go. We can fit one in there, kinda. This is car orange car. Or no, this is car orange SUV. Sorry. My bad. Three wide. And I believe this one is four tall. Yeah. And nine long. No, 10. That is a long car. Let's go right down here. Man, I think it would be cool to have a collision. I just gotta figure out where to put it. Oh, I need to rotate this. I think I want to rotate the other direction. Wait, what? That's not how rotation works. There should be a way to make it go this way and this way. Not just this way and this way, but whatever. Clearly I'm wrong and they're right. That's a little close. I don't know if I can put that right there. Let me just go down to the next level and put some in. Let's just flip it from whatever it was in the other one. Here, mirror both. Why not? That'll get the job done. Right, it's starting to feel like a parking garage. It doesn't need to be full. It just needs to be close to full. Hey, welcome to the stream, Beetle. We're making cars in a parking lot. Riveting content, really. There we go, another SUV just jammed in there. Yeah, that car can pull out of that parking spot, I'm sure. That's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Should make a blue truck and fill it with flowers. Yeah, this is a reference to Asgore's truck. We actually have Asgore's truck in the city. Let's see. Let's load this. There we go. Oh, you do it? Yeah. We have it. I'll go find it real quick because we have to go up and get a new car to copy anyway. Right up here. Got the watering can, we got the flowers. Oh, we could grab this black SUV. It'd be nice to get another one of these, though. And they're like normal car. Let's see, I believe right here is where I would want a copy. Yeah. So we get a 0, get a 4. Oh, it's gonna copy that, but that's fine. Oh, and a little bit of leaves. Okay. That's fine. Okay, actually, this one only need 9. And it is only 3 wide. Why can I see the leaves through the windows? That's weird. I can see I can see through the UI. That's so strange. Whatever. It's fine. Then we'll call this one car black SUV. I'll go eat breakfast now. May try and sleep. So bye bye everyone. Well, thanks for joining, Caswell. Hope you enjoyed. Save this, load this. There's been a lot of weird glitches with glass. Yeah, glass has been an issue for like the entirety of this game. Oh, this isn't rotated properly. We're getting somewhere. The parking garage is slowly filling out. It may be very slowly, but it's happening. Where's the game audio? Oh, is the game audio no? Oh, oops. I guess it wasn't the entire time. Oh, I have a way to test if it's working right now. Okay, is it working now? No, my ears. Okay, so it's working now. Good to know. That was really the only way I could have tested that. I can hear the suffering and joy. Exactly, it's wonderful. That's not the direction I want that car to be in. Yes, now we have the license plate. I didn't actually think about how tall this car is. It's a tall car. This is even taller. They're big cars. Now I know my headphones aren't being unplugged every time this charger isn't speaking. Yeah, it's crazy. We're gonna need so many license plates. There's gonna be so many. I'll just have to generate so many valid New York license plates because that's what we do. So maybe load one there. All right, I'm thinking one more car type, and then we're good. It's slowly becoming a nightmare to get out of here, and that's kind of good. We like that. We could make a new car. Oh, we could also just do this one. This one's nice. We haven't used black normal car next. Or yet, I mean. Yeah, why don't we grab it from like never mind. Yeah, we'll have to grab it from the side. Oh, that's gonna grab that though. ODH22. I don't know that one. Well, what one's that a reference to? Yeah, we're gonna have to do just a huge offset on this, I think. Like offset like -9. That's too far. -7. With the distance being 7. Amazing World Gumball, okay. Hat. What? What was this? Does that mean anything, or is it just hat time? I mean, it's fair enough. It's just hat time. Let's play for their car named Cartex. Huh. A reference to a hat in time. I actually played that on stream one time. It wasn't really for me. It seemed like a cool game, just, it wasn't really my style. Let's see, let's go up here. I can't tell you make this go. There we go. Car. Black car. Yeah, we need to rotate this as well. You know, I could make one of the license plates just today's date. That could be kind of fun. Egg tree. Not a reference to the man behind the tree. A reference to Philip Eggtree? Who's that? Who is Philip Eggtree? That doesn't even sound like a real dude. Let's see. OSTWM. Not that one either. Oh, actually, it's most spots full. I think there's a few spots down here. I can still put it. Let's rotate by 90. What in the world? It's not all where I want to have that be placed, but there we go. I do feel like I need to know all the references that we're making. Just to make sure. Yeah, I don't know that one, to be honest. Let's see. I'll put one more right here. Yeah. Gotta still break that. There we go. Maybe like one of these on another floor. Oh, actually, why don't we put one just like kind of out in the middle of this over here? As if it was just kind of abandoned. In the middle of the parking lot. So I think here's gonna be a little campsite. Maybe another tent over here somewhere. So I'm thinking this is gonna be knee-deep water. It's like 1 block deep. And then as we go down here, this is completely underwater. Like fully submerged. Now, we need a few license plates. I'm gonna start off with maybe, let's see. Actually, let me get the and license plate generator. US state, where is New York? Generate me the maximum. All right, let's just put on a bunch of fake ones, and if we can think of some good ones, I'll put those on as well. Let's see, 3879. That is a valid one. Let me get behind this one. LMY 9741. There we are. Let's see. Oof. Oof. Oof 5346. Apple 1803. Okay, yeah. I'll add that one. What color car you want? Pick a car, any car. 8489. Blue, okay. Do we have blue ones down here? Here's one. This is the closest I have to blue in this area. There we go. I'll come back to that in a bit. Let's see. is the one I just added. Yeah. So let's go over to this side. Cat's lug. I forgot that's what the red car had. Oak. 9979. JNE. 6496. This one needs one. Wait, what? Doesn't have one. Okay. I copied this one wrong. That's fine. We'll add it anyway. What was the last one? I lost track. JNE. Okay, so that will be the next one on the list. I gotta make sure I don't repeat any, especially right next to each other. Wouldn't look real good. All right, that is this floor done. I'm just gonna generate a new batch every floor. That'd be a great license plate. Um. Oh, I did have a funny idea. Are there any of these that are mostly made out of wool? No, it's not really. I put like red wool or something on one of them. This feels like something someone would have on a license plate. Cat mom. I don't know. I just want vibes for that one. 6365. Oh yeah, I need the actual DT. PML 8473. Yeah, I just remembered something. Okay. There's a car I need to have in here. This one might do it. I need another one of these white ones. There's a car that just came into my mind that from a show. Yeah, here we go. This one do. If anyone recognizes it, I'll be very happy. Oh, it's different color license plate. This one's from a different state. This one's Arizona. And specifically, I need red text because that's what an Arizona license plate looks like. There we go. Those who know will know. Right. Yeah, I think we did this one last. Yeah, PML. Yeah. Let's do PCB 37. A great license plate would be your full legal name, home address, IP address, email, password, and exact longitude and latitude. That would make a pretty good license plate. I agree. Wait, that's not the. Wait, what's the Discord invite code? What's the um oh, that's really long. I could make it one. It's like tucked away in the corner. That's so long though. I think that's longer than I want it to be. Yeah. As funny as that would be. Let's see. Wait, what's this? Wait, is that the invite code or what is that? Disco. Let's see. That's one I got when I looked at the Discord invite. That one would actually work. Yeah. We'll leave that. Full Discord link, no one will see it in the darkness. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to go too crazy. All right. Next one from the real ones. Out. I am curious if anyone in chat actually knows the one I put downstairs. LWYRUP. Anyone knows what that is? Because I don't think anyone here would. I mean, I'd really hope someone would, but I just don't think it's in the cards. Is it a Rain World reference? No. That's why no one here would get it, because it's not a Rain World reference. That's all chat knows is Rain World. That one's a Rain World reference. Alright, let's go in here. Oh wait, no, wait, this one I already put down. Or was it? No, this one was a default one, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Erratic Pulse, the Iterator group chat. Oh, yeah, I could do that. Let's go find one that I haven't done. ERTC PLS. Man, I'm never going to remember most of these. That one's license plates against the wall, I don't have to worry about. This one I really wish someone would understand. But I don't think anyone will. Oh yeah, we haven't done Spearmaster. I just figured I missed that and something else when he said that. You'll learn in time. Yeah, let's see. Let me generate some fresh ones. 2832 JKN. I feel like I know what that one is. Oh. Yeah, I get that one. I think. No significant harassment. Looks to the moon. Alright, I think that'll be the end of the joke ones. Because we have a lot down here. I don't want everyone to be a joke one. Because then it's more fun to try and figure out which ones are the jokes and what the references are. CDE 7840. It's a better ship? Okay, fine, I'll switch it. Alright. So that's most of that done. That's pretty good. We like that. Is harder to move around now, but that's fine. That's to be expected. I think it would be nice if there was a maintenance passageway that ran this way. Maybe just like yeah, I've seen parking garages have something similar to this. They just kind of go up a bit. We'll use this material. Actually, why don't we put this in a better spot? Right over here. My favorite is half forest, no plot significance is there for like 3 lines in the dip. Great. Best type of character. She referenced the pearl you're supposed to give Moon Hunter's campaign. Oh. Interesting. Okay, there is actually water to this level over here. So there's different water levels, and I've got to figure out how to deal with that. Actually, I know a way. It'll just be a little bit of a pain, but it's fine. I could put the stairwell over here, actually, and have it adjoined to that. How am I looking above? Oh, not great above. I could maybe fit the stairwell right here. Let's look. Okay, yeah, ceiling's low enough right here. We'd have all the room I could need. So we're going up by 6 blocks each time? So 3 in each direction? Oh, we'd probably want like a little step up like this. So you're away from the cars. Cars are scary. Here. This should get me up to the right height if I did my math right. And if I bring it around here again, then we can go up another level. So this will make for a good way out. Just an alternate way. And we can attach this to be more things. Does this mean there's going to be finally a way out of the metro besides drowning? Yep. The metro will finally have an escape route. Huge day for metro enjoyers. Well, I guess, you know, small day for drowning enjoyers, though. I mean, I guess they won't care. They drowned. Let's climb up here. Hey, welcome to the stream, Sunlight. We're currently adding a actual exit to some of our underground zones for the city. Finally adding a staircase out of this place. Let's see, is there any... Yeah, so I'm thinking I could put like a maintenance hallway like over here somewhere, and then we could connect that to the metro. I could also make a secondary metro track that collapsed, making extra access. Like I could make like a junction point could be interesting. It might be a little tricky, but I could probably make it work. Things are getting a little squished together down here in the underground. Welcome to the underground. Put that here, and that here. That was a great clip, Disco. I remember recording that. I'm like, yep, that's going in the video. Absolutely. You know, famous last words. All right. Oh, this one's actually, yeah, that makes more sense for a direction that should go in. Let's fix this one to conform to the other one. And we'll fix this one as well to conform to that. Oh, I still don't have an exit. Like fully to the surface. Where would you even go out? Now that I think about where would I even have a staircase lead out? Like into the alleyway? Like here? No. Yeah, okay. I can't make it lead out. There's just nowhere to go. That's fine. You know, once you're here, you can just kind of wander out through here or something. I don't know. But there we go. Let's actually keep with the color stripe. Actually, do we like the color stripe here? Ooh. Realistically, the staircase is open to a little glass room on the side of the building. Yeah. Do we like that? Oh, actually, I can make it look kind of nice. One sec. Let's put some metal around. Oh, wait, I can't put that on all sides. Never mind. Oh, actually, no, this makes perfect sense for why they'd have color all around, because you want to know what floor you're on. So it's kind of like the point of having the colors here in the first place, is so you know what floor you're on. I love maintenance staircases. Yeah, we love maintenance staircases here. The most riveting thing to build. But it's fun. It's chill. Let's fill in all that. All right. Now climb up here. Get to any of the levels. I do need to do this though. And grab that. Fill all of this in. I'm thinking maybe like a pipe in the corner as well. That just seems like something they'd have here. And maybe like the occasional, you know, maybe a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of that. The color stripes are the biggest contribution to society I've made this month. Good job, me. Yeah, honestly, it's been quite nice. It's been quite a good addition to this build. Right, let's start it off just by building a pillar of the same block all the way up. Actually, it's kind of a pain in this room. Yeah, and then it goes that way, because why not? I don't know, like there. No, there. That feels about right. Like this area is pretty corroded. Why does this block look like this? Look, it's like less detail than a normal block, but maybe I'm just crazy. This. Let's see. Why pillar? Why debuff all players climbing the stairs? This AN2. Balapo. Balapo. I have a friend who has a Balatro addiction. It's really sad. That's why they don't stream anymore. They're always in a secret VC in their Discord server, just playing Balatro. I don't know if that's the actual reason they haven't been streaming. Well, I guess they have been streaming a little bit. Some people might know what I'm talking about. They certainly would if they heard me say that. And I mean, they know I know they play Balatro too much. I guess there's not really too much Balatro, is there? I know they don't think so. Alright, let's put in this ceiling because I've just seem to have forgotten previously. And then why don't we get to do some weathering? I don't need as much weathering down here, which is nice. And at the same time, a little bit sad. But yeah. Oh, I have an idea. Oh wait, I also could put a white sign on this. Oh yeah, it would be P3 because parking 3. When you're doing parking numbers, it's and you're going down into the ground, it becomes like, you know, you just have a higher number lower down. Right, we're getting close. Oh, I just realized we need to do the entire floor. That's a lot to detail. It's not going to be as noticeable as a lot of other places, but it's going to be a lot. Well, I guess no point postponing it. Let's get into it. Let's go get all the normal materials we use for the road and just start going. I don't know if I want to break out this, except in like really high traffic areas. Like maybe here is a good spot for this. Yeah, like something like that. This is gonna be so much less noticeable too once I don't have night vision. But it'll matter just the vibes. Even if you don't notice the specific blocks that were placed, the vibes will matter. I want to just get some of this in here. Big splotches of it. So normally you want kind of streak-based erosion because a lot of erosion is just friction. Um, for this, there would have just been pooling water that kind of shows up and goes away over the course of time. So that's why there's gonna be kind of tire tracks like this that actually are linear. And then there's just gonna be big splotches where water is pooled in the past. Like that. Get all of this sorted out. 5 puddles, yeah. Gonna make some iterations of this design. Put that in here. And this just breaks up the monotony of the textures a lot. It just makes it feel a little bit more worn. Oh, I do need to put in lights or something eventually. I didn't even think about that yet. That's its own thing in a sec. Is the orientation of the top of Deep Slate randomized on Bedrock? Yeah, it is. Oh, one thing that a lot of people don't know, and I think this works in Java too. I don't know for sure though. Is that so Blackstone has this top texture. If you want a different top texture, you just put down 2 slabs and it's different. Because you get the side texture on the top of slabs for some reason. It's pretty cool. Just a good thing to know for anyone who does a lot of building with that. I made a video on that a really long time ago. I don't know why. I checked a while ago, and for some reason that one is unlisted. Maybe I'll make that video again. Or maybe I'll just drop that into my next dungeon crawler video. This. A few going in here. A little bit of this. Just kind of want to go very linear where it looks like there might be cars pulling in and out of it more often. Let's put a few right here. Some parking garages I've seen have little slats in the wall with lights in them for lighting. Oh, interesting. Never seen that. There's only like one parking garage I go to regularly. And it doesn't look anything like this, to be honest. Because, I don't know. That parking garage is more unusual. Yeah, there we go. Move under there. Oh, this one didn't get done. Oh, maybe a little bit over here. There we are. And when we spice up this area a bit, I wish there was another slab I could use here, but it's really only that would look good. Do this. There we are. Why aren't any of the cars more damaged if it's been long after trees start growing above ground, on the above ground parking garage? Where are the roots of those parking garage trees? I think some of the roots are actually hanging down. The cars in the above ground parking garage are damaged. I just don't know what would have damaged these ones down here all that much, because they're essentially just tucked away, apart from just being in the water. So really all that would get on them is algae, and algae can't grow down here because it would be too dark. So they'd pretty much just be untouched down here. They'd just be completely submerged in water. It's kind of funny that like the one area you're actually like safe in this place, it's yeah, you're just underwater. It's like, oh, that doesn't help at all. Great. Because there's no escape from the apocalypse. Let's get some big puddles put in again. This one's actually going to properly be underwater, which is nice. The other one wasn't. This one's going to have about a block deep water. Another reason for me to be scared of parking garages, that they'll be full of water. It'd be cool to go down to a flooded parking garage. I don't think I'd ever go, like, scuba cave diving. I think I could learn how to do it. I just think it's stupid and dangerous. Because all the cool stuff to see isn't in the cave. Like, go to, like, a reef or something. That's where it's cool. So I do think I could be pretty good at it if I wanted to be. I'm not a very big person. I'm slender enough to slip between the rocks like an eel. If you go to a cave, you'll find the Lost River. Well, then it'll be the Found River, and I want to go get me some sulfur and some quartz and some nickel. Yeah, cave diving is very dangerous. The amount of risk to reward in, like, actual, like, scuba cave diving, it's like, what? Because scuba diving is actually really safe. Like, genuinely. Cave exploration with scuba equipment is, like, it's not, like, gonna kill you easily the first time you go in there, but, like, it's a lot more dangerous. Like, a huge amount. I would never do that. And I love scuba diving. But yeah, about it all the time. It's so good. And I very much recommend for anyone who ever, like, considers it to try it. Though it's definitely something to be taken very seriously. It's definitely not something to be joked around with, because it can be dangerous if you do something stupid. The number one cause of accidents scuba diving is just carelessness and stupidity. That's what I learned in the rescue diver course. It's not going to be like a shark that just like comes up and tries to kill you, because sharks are actually pretty chill. It's gonna be someone not putting on their gear properly, or trying to jerry rig something, or, oh, I bet I can fit in that cave, or something like that. That's what's really dangerous, is just people being dumb. Best loot you can get from our cave is cool rocks. Yeah, I mean, you can't get loot from diving anyway, at least you shouldn't. Most areas you're not allowed to touch things. Oh, I was scuba diving with some people one time, and one person doesn't know very much about like shells and stuff, and one person really does. So they picked up a shell on the beach, showed it to the other person, who knows a lot about it. And they said, "Drop that. That's a cone snail. Cone snails will kill you in like 5 minutes, and it will hurt the whole time. They're so easy to spot too." Once you know what they actually look like. And like they're so slow. They're not a threat unless you actively go and touch them. It was a dead one, luckily, but like it's horrifying. It's like just don't go and pick up snails. And like if you have like scuba boots on, and you accidentally step on that snail, it's not gonna get you. And also, you shuffle your feet anyway when you're going out into the water. That's just like basic practice for stingrays anyway. So you just kick the snail out of the way and it can't get through that anyway. It's such a non-issue unless you specifically pick it up. Yeah, don't touch something you don't know about, ever. Like, for example, I posted something on Twitter, no, not Twitter, Discord a while back. A picture of like a really camouflaged fish I took. That fish would probably kill me if I touched it. Genuinely. I was within under 2 feet of it. Probably around 2 feet. Here's why. I know a lot about this fish. I know it is an ambush predator for smaller fish. It does not want to be exposed to me. It doesn't want to move. It's not going to lunge at me. And the only part of it that's dangerous to me is a long spine built into its back fin, which I would need to like step on or put my hand on. Which, yeah, if I just didn't know what I was doing, yeah, you could probably maybe fall for that. Who knows? But like I know that fish. I know what it does. It doesn't want to hurt me if it can avoid it. I don't want to hurt it or get hurt by it. So everyone's good because I just know what I'm doing. Because it's a really chill fish. It's called a scorpion fish. They're just chill little ambush predators. They wait for fish to come by, snap them up easily. And they're called scorpion fish because they have that one big venomous barb on their back that'll really hurt if you get stuck in you, and it's really poisonous and painful. But just don't step on it. That's the one thing. And just like know when they're in the area. It's just it really just comes down to just don't make stupid decisions. See, can you eat it? I actually believe so, technically. Another fish you can eat is a lionfish, and honestly, if you ever have the chance to kill and eat lionfish, you should. They are invasive. They are poisonous. Venomous, sorry. Not poisonous. Or wait, no. Actually, would it be poisonous? No, because venom is in like a... Yeah, you can have a venomous barb. Identifying something as like either poisonous or venomous is always a pain. There's some cases where it really scares me that people eat pufferfish and they prep them so it's safe. I don't know if they ever eat pufferfish. I wouldn't eat pufferfish, knowing how difficult it is to prepare. I don't think I'd trust that. Because all they have to do is mess up a little. Lionfish, on the other hand, you're good. Like, it's literally just the big poisonous barbs that you have to avoid. Everything else is fair game. So those ones are pretty chill. You can eat that. And I very much encourage, if you get the chance to eat lionfish, eat it. It's great. I mean, I haven't tried personally, but I assume it tastes like most other fish, and it's invasive. So making a snack out of it's great. These turnips are Homer eats pufferfish. I don't know enough about. I actually saw like the first 12 seasons of The Simpsons, like all the way through. But there's so many episodes. I feel like have I told the story where I was bitten by a stingray? Is that I feel like I've told that story probably multiple times already. Not stung by a stingray, bitten by a stingray. So not even their dangerous thing. Just it just bit me. I was feeding it squid. There's a place in Grand Cayman where you can go out and feed them squid, and it got a little confused because they have really bad eyesight but good smell. So it smelled the squid on my hand and tried to eat it. So being bitten by a stingray is not fun. It wouldn't hurt that much if you were on land. It's the salt water that hurts, not actually the actual bite. Because pretty much it's just like if you put your knuckles together and how they kind of interlock. That's kind of how their mouth is. And then imagine your skin is sandpaper, and those are the two jaws that kind of just suck on you. It's weird. It sucked on my knee for a bit as well, because I thought there was squid there. That didn't hurt, though, because I had a wetsuit on. It just kind of sat there and like... One thing that's also fun is you can wave squid above from someone's head, or like wriggle squid around their hair. And the stingrays will go up to eat it, and they'll just kind of sit on your head, and like if you have long enough hair, it'll like they'll just like suck it through their gills. You have a really funny hat. I haven't had salmon in so long. I want to have it again because yummy. I've had a bit of salmon. I haven't really cared for salmon personally. It's really cute. Yeah, stingrays are adorable. Like, there's so many ocean animals where just if you just don't do the one thing that like sets them off or like makes them a problem, then they are like really chill. Stingrays, don't step on them. And like, yeah, they're pretty much built like a pressure plate. But I mean, if you shuffle your feet, they will move instead of sting you. It's only if you put your foot on top of them because they think you're pretty much pinning them down. They don't think they have anywhere else to go. So they'll sting. But if you shuffle your feet, you can kind of like nudge them and they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm found, but I'm not in active danger. I'm gonna move instead. I mean, there's times where it's unavoidable. Like if you fall off like a surfboard onto one, like that's incredibly rare and unlucky, but like it, I mean, you can't really avoid that, I guess, unless you just don't surf. And I don't personally, but yeah, like sharks and otters. Yeah, sharks are so nice if you just are like, if you're just chill. The main thing you just don't want to do around sharks is hold your hands out to them. Just keep your hands close to your body so they don't like think, oh, I could maybe get a nip on that thing. Because it probably won't anyway. On the off chance it tries, it won't go for you very, at least it's very unlikely that it would try and attack someone if it doesn't think it can actually get away with it. And if your hands are close enough to your body, it's not going to like try and nip them. And it usually won't go for a feet because if you're underwater, you're pretty much having to kick them. And like you have a big fin on there usually, and it's big enough that's like I'm not messing with that. And also, if it tries to, it's just gonna get like a plastic fin anyway, so who even cares? Yeah, but pretty much sharks never attack divers because the only reason they attack surfboards is because they think that a surfboard is like a seal, and even that's super rare. Sharks are just like so villainized. I hate it. Sharks are so nice. They're a nice little creature. Jaws ruined the reputation of sharks forever. Exactly. Mid-movie, horrific impact on the shark population. Yeah, dolphins are not nice. Ugh. They're scary. And rapey. They are, oof, something. There's so many fish I want to see someday. One thing that's kind of cool is moray eels. I love moray eels. I've seen them so much. Um, I have so many pictures of moray eels because I love eels. Genuinely one of my favorite creatures in the entire world. I love eels so much. Um, they're really fun to take pictures of, but to get a good picture, you gotta get up close, so you kind of gotta know what to do around them. Again, don't put your hands out, or wiggle your hands around in front of them to try and lure them out. They're going to bite you. Obviously, don't do that. I actually knew someone who did that for some reason. They like wiggled their pinky finger in front of it to try and get it to come out for a photo, which is, I think, pretty clearly a bad idea. Someone slapped down their hand in that. I wasn't even there. I've just heard the story from them and the other person who was with them. But eels are so nice. Just as long as they have an escape route, they won't usually bite unless you get real close. And if you get close enough to an eel to make it bite, that is completely on the person. They're so chill if you just leave them be. I do love moray eels though. I love them so much. I have so many pictures. Maybe I'll post some on like Discord or something someday of just all of my eel pictures. I actually have a video of an eel attacking a parrotfish. The amount of times people will unknowingly aggravate animals trying to get them to do something is insane. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, this animal was evil and bit me. It's like, no. You put your hand in its mouth and said, oh, look at this. Crazy. I love sea animals so much. There's a game me and some scuba friends play sometimes. We call it the fish game. Pretty much, it's like 20 questions, but competitive. You go around the table, each person, so the one person picks any sea creature, any water creature, actually, fresh water's allowed. And not just fish either. You can go crustaceans or worms or get really weird with it. Like we went into the corals one time. Actually a couple times. And pretty much just you go around the table, each other people, each other person just gets to ask a yes or no question. And you see who can guess it first by just saying like, is it this? It's like yes, and you win. I am really good at that game. I've been a little rusty because we haven't played it in a while. But like we were going into phylums one time. Or maybe not phylums. What am I thinking of? No, yeah, phylums. Literally phylums like Chordata and some of the other ones. But yeah, you can get really weird with it. Yeah, phytoplankton was an actual one we did one time. There's some wild ones. Getting into the worms can get really crazy. Like, oh, is it a flatworm, roundworm, segmented worm? Like, it just... If you're playing with people who know their stuff, it can get really fun to really just go down the rabbit hole. Dude, I saw an eel in an empty tank in a restaurant. I was so sad to see it lying there. That's so sad. Empty tank? I hope they're at least getting decorations for it, but they probably aren't. People are so mean to fish. Like, it's just so sad. I keep fish, and to be fair, their tank isn't the cleanest right now. I'm not gonna act like I'm like some kind of saint who's like absolutely perfect. I'm like actually trying to make it. I'm trying to kill off all the algae without just like removing it all and then making it grow back again. I'm actually trying to like make it so it doesn't grow back as much right now. It's been a big project, which unfortunately means not changing as much stuff right now, which sucks to be honest. But I'm trying to make it permanent. But it's just a whole thing. Yeah, I keep an eel in there. Technically not a true eel. A peacock eel named Quill. Because he looks like a peacock quill. There's a few others in there. There's 8 rainbow fish, some coolie loaches, stuff like that. It's the humane way to kill lobsters before cooking them. Some people straight boil them alive, which is awful. Yeah, it's so easy just to kill them humanely. Like, yes, you do actually have to keep lobsters fresh, like right until you cook them. That's just how it works. They become really dangerous really quickly. But it's so easy just to like kill them and then put them in the water quickly, so quickly, because it's not gonna do anything in like 2 seconds. And people are like, "Oh, lobsters don't feel pain." Like, no, they do. They do. Luckily, a lot of places have switched over. Oh yeah, they can process pain. It's real bad. At least crabs like get cut up first. I actually really like crab. All right, we're almost to the point where I can put some water in here. And then maybe we'll put some like roots growing down in here and damage the wall. Actually, why don't we damage the walls a bit beforehand? Just like put some like stains on the wall. Some big old stains. Hey, welcome to the stream, Cypress Juge. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, let me know and I'll fix it. We are currently talking about sea creatures and building a underground parking garage which we're gonna fill with water pretty soon. Just doing the last little bits of detailing I need to do before this place gets flooded. I honestly might just fill command water in. Cypress works just fine? Okay. Sounds good. Sounds nice, yeah. And slowly working away on it. Oh, I forgot I need detailing here more. I've just been putting together each floor. Oh, I haven't done the lines yet. That's another thing I gotta do. Those are just blank terracotta right now, and the liner on the outer edge. Okay, maybe there's a few more things I need to. This might have to be carried over to another stream, to be honest. Since I'll probably go for another half hour. But after that, I'll probably have to carry over to another stream on this specific building. That's okay. We're working on it bit by bit. We're gonna have to go inside this area in a bit and fix it. I'll be retiring soon. That's fair. I will as well, pretty soon. I'm not gonna lie, this whole stream, just knowing there's something that's like I want to announce and I can't yet, has been driving me crazy. So I've been getting notifications about something. And it's something I can't talk about. And it's don't be soon. The moment I can talk about this, I'm gonna talk about this. It was one of the conditions for my involvement is that I don't talk about it. I'm not even gonna say if it's related to that. It might be something completely different. There is just something I want to talk about and I can't. Actually, there's multiple things now that I think about it. Now you brought that. There's multiple things I want to talk about and can't. It hurts. I'm not gonna lie. There is also stuff for the roguelike game that I've been cooking up. That's not ready yet. That's pretty good. The next boss I'm really happy about, except I haven't actually fully made it in the game yet. Because I do work quite a bit ahead in front of videos. I know what the next boss is gonna be. How much should I say? it is a trio boss, which at first sounds, oh, that's gonna be great, right? It's I need to make three completely separate creatures, each with their own designs, for a single boss fight, but it's gonna be really cool when it's done. But it's a lot of work. Hopefully that'll get done soon. But yeah, the next area currently is planned to have a trio as its boss. I've also been considering making a duo and then having one of the three spawn in an earlier area, possibly, or something. It'll be worth it for sure. I think it will for this boss. I'm probably also gonna try and add voice acting around that time as well. I'm planning on personally voicing the mummy and at least one of the next trio. And a few other characters. There may be a voice added for the Blood God. Eventually. For some of the heretic stuff. Oh yeah, one thing I don't think I mentioned in the most recent video is there's more to the class system than I showed. There's going to be a major difference at the end of the game per one. To the point where there's a specific area I want to add, like an entire zone that only two get. Heretic and Zealot have their own zone. And there's also lore that I've been cooking up. It's not the most complex stuff in the world, but it'll be fun. There's so much to do. It'll be really fun. Hey, welcome to stream, Large Romus. Just saw your vids. Love the idea. Definitely gonna be following your progress. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been super fun. Search, did I miss anything? Mainly just talking about fish for a while, to be honest. Let's see. I thought you said maid and thought you were adding a maid class. What would that be? That's what we need. That's what that game needs. Two of the classes are siblings, specifically twins. I'm not gonna say which, but it's really easy to tell. It's like if you look at the class art, you can figure out which ones are gonna be twins, to be honest. Heretic and Zealot? Maybe. It might be those. Who knows? I'm sure it's not easy to figure. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's those two. That will matter for something later. Like lore, yeah. Search, how are you feeling? Tired as always. I'm actually not as tired as usual, but still tired. It's getting late. We've been streaming for like 3 hours. As we do. Cleaning around the boss fights. There's some stuff I like think would be fun to add per class. One thing I want to do is I want to make class specific dialogue. Like as if like you walk into like the mummy fight with Heretic and they try to convince you to join its side because it already sees that you spurned the goddess. Oh, also I don't know if really many people pieced it together. I don't really know. I don't know how clear I made this, but the main lobby area is meant to be a type of like cathedral where you respawn in an altar, which does matter for lore stuff as well. Let's see, are you considering adding combos between classes like enchanted arrows for the archer and whatever else? Like combinations of classes, like you select two? I wasn't planning on that specifically. There are actually potion arrows. I don't know if people have seen them, to be honest. I don't know if they've been any clips. See, do you play Java? Not really. I have it, I just don't play it. All my friends and stuff have always played on Bedrock, so I just don't really do it. You're linking lore between bosses or boss and player. Vanguard has some history with one of the trio. Special abilities that unlock when groups have specific roles together. I'm not planning on making a multiplayer, unfortunately. There is some stuff that won't work multiplayer. I'm gonna really try to make it multiplayer. I really want to make it an option. Right now, it just doesn't work, right? Actually, it might now. I've fixed a few issues. It might. It would be very cool if I could. I don't know if it's going to be possible right now, but the intended gameplay is for single player. It would be very cool if I get working on multiplayer as well. AW Micro Skin, well, thank you. Let's see. Yes, like Sekiro. Yeah. See, what if you teleport all players into the boss rooms when the button is pressed? Yeah, that would fix one of the issues. Yeah, one of the issues is getting locked out of boss rooms. I don't know what issues I've even shown in videos. Oh, in the last video there was game breaking issues that I tested with someone and then fixed fully without ever mentioning it in the video. Because just to explain what went wrong would have been like 5 minutes of the 20-minute video. It was so convoluted and just some of it wasn't even convoluted. Like there was one thing that was like a multiplayer issue. That was like a critical issue with if you tried to bring a second player in that would like break things. I had to completely remove Totems of Undying from the game because they broke the class system. And there's just so many other little things that just didn't even make it into the video, and it was a pain. Shall beware of cheesing mechanics. Yeah, I'm doing my very best to try and figure out that. Yeah, exactly, like totems. Yeah, totems were taking away all the negative status effects off people. And positive ones, so you just ruined class system. Was it me? Disco, no, it was not you. Disco's test run was actually the first test run since I started working on the class system with no critical issues. Wait, can I show what I was about to go to my world screen and show how many versions of this game I have, because I've been updating it so like I have backup copies. I think I'm on version 0.8 right now. Yeah, I don't think I could show my, yeah. Is there an overarching antagonist? Yes, there is. There will be at least. That part's still in the works a little bit, but something's in the work. Yeah. So as you can see, I have like Dungeon Crawler 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 has not been shown in any videos. 7 is the very end of the previous video. This is the newest thing. And you can see there's a piglin there, but there's something. There is a reason the player respawns on an altar. There is some divine intervention going on. The altar room has a bigger lore significance than a lot of things. I'm very excited for adding the lore. That's gonna probably be one of my favorite videos to do. I'm so excited for that. Alright, let's put in our water. Copy that. Go all the way to this corner. This could go wrong. Real quick. See, you mentioned a goddess of some sort. Do you have a name? I have a couple name ideas. I haven't decided on them yet. I might do a poll on Discord eventually. The current goddess name plan is Astra. I've also thought about Stellara, Aster. What was the other one? There's a couple others, but they're all star themed. That's why the zealot has like its hands up, like praising some kind of like star icon. I don't think I'm gonna use Stellara, because that is actually a villain in the D&D podcast, and I don't know if it would be great for this. Let's see, Phil. Wait, no, I need to do that. And then we take this. Water. Keep. Okay, there's issues. I'm gonna have to manually waterlog all of this, I think. That's fine. So she's related to astronomy in some way, yeah. She's essentially the star goddess, like night and star incarnate. I actually have two versions of the villain right now. They're both divine, but one's sun related, one's death related. I understand how it's Starlight from Doors. I don't know about the Doors lore. I hope it's not too close to that. It's gonna be really awkward if I post that video and it's like, wow, yeah, this is exactly Doors. That would be an issue. I hope it's not exactly that. Man, there's so many little, just tiny spots to get this water. It's gonna look so good when it's fully flooded, so it's fine. It'll happen. I don't want to make too many promises for that game because unless I know I'm gonna do it. Especially because some stuff might change in development and stuff like that. But the Star Goddess thing I'm pretty committed to. I mean the entire lobby is pretty much based around that. That's why if you look really closely at the stained glass and stuff, it has pretty much everything in that lobby has a star motif, like star and night sky motif. It's very star themed. Not subtle at all. Let's see. I don't know enough about Doors. Maybe I should play Doors. It's gonna suck if I go and play Doors. I'm like, crap, this is exactly what I was gonna do for lore. I don't think it is, though. I hope not. I think one thing that would be super cool to add is, let's see, tend to rewatch all the roguelike videos and put together a lore doc. Oh, you can certainly try it. So, a lot of the lore I'm not going to show in videos. I don't want to do a full explanation in videos, because I think it would be a lot more fun to have some stuff to put together. And I think that would be just more enjoyable for everyone if there's little bits to put together. So there might be times where I just have a voice line that just is purely for lore reasons. I'm like, so I added this. Anyway. Maybe make the Nether Star some sort of endgame item. Maybe. There may be a star involved. Game theory vector though. I mean, that would be kind of crazy if that happened, but someone will figure it out, hopefully. There would be an overcharging level system to show level 1000 prestige if you beat the game in your sleep or something. Pretty much, if you want a prestige run, it's pretty much just beat the game on Ascetic. Ascetic is meant as a challenge and is probably going to be the true ending. I'll just say, the true Ascetic ending, you have to have the milk bucket at the end of the game. And that's gonna suck. Because it's a milk bucket, and it's the one thing that can save you from the horrors of blindness and weakness and slowness. And yet you must keep it. I do not know if it's possible right now to beat the game like that. Oh, also the game's gonna get easier before the next update. No, none of my testers have gotten to have beaten the boss. It's only zone 1 of 3. It's way too hard. Like, so far too hard. So right now I'm thinking of making it easier just by adding more healing rooms, or better, or making the healing rooms just better. Nothing too crazy. Doors lore, you go through many rooms, you die, you get brought back by moonlight, the blue one, or starlight, the cool one. You go again, you die, you go again. Some of that is actually kind of similar. The reason you do respawn on an altar is there is the Starghost bringing you back to life every time. You found a third Minecraft stream you recommended? Huge. It's happening. You just gotta watch enough of them that it recommends more to you. Oops. No, my accurate New York City license plates that I randomized. There is just something so funny about having all these be actual license plates. Or at least like joke ones. Gambling room? There might be a gambling thing. Maybe not directly gambling, but I do have a plan for a room where you can pretty much fight a boss or mini boss for extra supplies and rewards. Just optional. There we go, get some of that under there. On the stairs too, or I mean ramp too. So much water. Oh, it's on. I need the ceiling. The next area is going to be really fun. All the rooms are probably going to be quite a bit bigger, or at least most of them. Just because it needs just definitely a sense of grandeur. I haven't named it yet, but it's going to be very steampunk and pig themed. Are there shields in any of the classes? I actually had considered adding shields, but shields are just so powerful in Bedrock Edition specifically. Because they bounce things back. They don't just block them, and there's really... Like, axes do kind of disable them, but like not as much as in Java. I've considered giving Vanguard a shield, though. Because if anyone would have it, it would be Vanguard. I've also been debating on giving canon genders to some of the classes. 2 of them have to. Heretic and Zealot have canon genders. Zealot is female. Heretic is male. The other ones I don't think need it. I can't think of why I'd need it for them yet. You're on Bedrock? Yeah. Is the sword blocking things exist on Bedrock? No. I wish. So much ceiling to fill in with water. They add sword blocking back to Java? That's cool. I'm glad. That was a good feature. Boo. Slash J, yeah. Honestly, I just like Bedrock better. It fits my my needs a little bit better. It's what I know. Which I've had it pointed out to me very, very frequently after uploading some of these roguelike videos. Like, hey, you know it would be easier on Java, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. I know. Anyway, I'm doing it on Bedrock. If it's Java, you could have a void room. I mean, I could have a void room anyway. And send people straight to the void. You got some patience for logging all those slabs? Yeah, no other way to do it, unfortunately. I probably should just waterlog the place, like, first, to be honest. Now I think about it. With the maps. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can't do that on Bedrock. Say peace out. Look forward to your amazing game. Well, thank you. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your night or day. Start blocking should never been added back to 13 back functionality. Emoji is too cowardly to add back by default. uh, Man, I'm very excited to do more stuff with that roguelike. And I'm so glad people are actually like watching that series. I so thought I was just gonna get like 100 views and like people were gonna be like, yeah, this is okay, it's whatever. But like people have actually been like really excited about it, and it's actually gotten a lot more viewership than I had anticipated, which has been really nice. It's definitely nice to see like a project like I really just want to do. Um, get a lot of good viewership because other people like it as well. Got me hooked, not gonna lie, with the first video. I'm glad. I'm glad to have all of you people along for the ride. I have a feeling it's gonna be in the double digits by the time this series ends. There's so much I want to do. There's just so much and so little time. Ad hoc, ad loc, ad quid pro quo. So little time, so much to know. That's actually such a dated reference now that I think about it. I don't think a single person is gonna know what in the world I'm talking about. Maybe I'll put it on Discord what in the world I was just saying. Or if you want to know, you can look up Yellow Submarine Jeremy. Yeah. Now that I know there's lore, I'll be watching every video to make sure I'm not missing anything. That was your behind the lore keyword. Oh yeah, try it. Try it. I'd love to see if you can piece it all together. There's not enough to figure it out right now, to be honest. I love what Beatles? Yeah, that is involved. Timekeeper apples will evolve into loremonger apples. Ascension is nigh. Oh, this is filled up to the point it needs to be. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the end of stream, but we're also getting pretty close to finishing this. What on earth is this brown monstrosity with the clown mask? That's Jeremy Hillary Boob, PhD. AKA the Nowhere Man. If you're ever wondering what I do off camera, off of like streams or videos, that's a pretty good example. I just do what that guy does. Anyway, I need a little bit of blocks from over here. Wait, where is it? If you look up Jeremy Hillary Boob, PhD, that's what I was quoting earlier. Jeremy Hillary Boob, PhD. I don't even know how old that movie is now. It's probably decently old now. I wouldn't say it's like the best movie ever, but like it's funny in a few places. That is the most memorable bit. I love that. I love Jeremy Hillary Boob, PhD. One time I just sent it to one of my friends I met through content creating, named Mega, and he was out with some friends, and he played the clip I sent him, and he called me, like on Discord, like shortly after with his friends, and he legitimately could not get a word out. He was just full on, just laughing so hard. It was so funny. I was just so glad I could share the joy that is Jeremy Hillary Boob. Parking garage smells too much like stagnant water, not enough like cigarettes and burnt rubber. Yeah, that's fair. Could use some more burnt rubber down here. I'm not gonna do the whole elevator shaft, but there's a start. But we need to wrap up soon, so why don't we take a look at this with this. Uh-oh. There's holes in the wall. These are translucent blocks. Yeah, so it's really dark. Like absurdly dark. There is something just very ethereal about swimming around in here. Just over the cars. Oh. There was a single block that wasn't waterlogged. Where was it? Oh, I see it. You will not escape my gaze. Just make sure all these are waterlogged. Yeah, a bunch of seagrass and stuff next time. Yeah, we definitely need some stuff like growing down here. At least like roots, if nothing else. Well, let me just get like a little bit of light going. You can kind of see why this is so ominous. Maybe a little bit more than that. Just deep. Big day for drowning enjoyers. Now you can drown in the metro and here. Exactly. Well, I knew it wasn't going to be a single one day kind of thing. Also, what in the... This is bothering me. Where's the light coming from? Here. And here, 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 here. I mean, that'll be fixed regardless anyway, soon. That is what we added today. That entire structure. Yeah, some remains actually might be pretty cool down there. No rats have been able to go eat them. Man, I think that's good. I think I'm gonna break a hole in the top of the elevator. That could be kind of cool. Or something. So then there's light kind of coming through these doors. Could be really interesting. Oh yeah, if it ain't pizza rat, it ain't pizza good. I'm glad we're back to this meme again. If it ain't pizza... How in the world do I get in here? Up here. Wait, no, there's an easier way. Let me just go into the sewer. Up here. We crawl through the storm drain that collapsed. And then we climb up here. And then we climb up here. And then we go through the basement. And then we come out here. And we're in Pizza Rat. But I think this is where we're going to end it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I am going to be working off camera pretty soon on episode 4 for roguelike, so stay tuned for that. I very much appreciate all the support on those videos recently. It's seriously meant a lot to me. And, yeah, subscribe, follow, all that. Bye, everyone. Thank you all for watching.